borrowing every trick from Hollywood, complete with stirring music. The White House is suggesting the president's return home is proof of resilience and of his patriotism. This was the video they produced within minutes. A masked president striding across the South Lawn, pumping his fist, and then from the balcony, standing and saluting Marine One. But the reality may be very different. It is far from clear the president is fully recovered. And by removing his mask, it begged the question whether he takes this virus more seriously now than he did before he became infected. The president quickly released another extraordinary video, telling a country that has lost 200,000 people to COVID that it is time to move on.
Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. Don't let that happen. We have the greatest country in the world. We're going back to work. We're going to be out front. As your leader, I had to do that. I knew there's danger to it, but I had to do it. I stood out front. I led. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives. Get out there, be careful.
His supporters had gathered at the hospital last night, cheered by the news the president was being discharged. Some telling me this would help him win re-election.
So do you feel this has actually strengthened the president politically?
I think it has, because a lot of people have come out to show their love for him, and a lot of people who were undecided. I think right now him experiencing COVID and him going back on the campaign trail, talking about the experiences, the drugs, the therapeutics that they use will give him an opportunity to really win people over.
But do you think 28 days is enough time to turn around this campaign?
I don't think he has to turn it around. I think he's ahead of Joe Biden by far.
Well, even though the polls say the opposite.
That they said the opposite the last time. Look at the people here. Look at the support. There's no support for Joe Biden. There's no feeling. There's no love.
With just 4 weeks to go before Election Day, it is far from clear that the president can use his experience here at the hospital to regain momentum, not amongst his loyalists, but amongst undecided voters. It may depend on when the president can rejoin the campaign trail and on his performance at the remaining two debates. He left the military hospital last night with unanswered questions about the cluster of cases in the West Wing.
How many of your staff are sent? Thank you very much.
And whether he is truly recovered.
Do you think you might be a super spreader, Mr. President?
He may be back at the White House, but in 28 days, the voters have their say as to whether he will remain there for the next 4 years. Robert Moore, ITV News, Washington.